Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues. When last we left off, Dr. Grant is nearly at the end of the game, but he only has 1 heart, even though he has 8 lives. Leaving the level will make him wipe his brow, as that was a close call. But unfortunately, a boss fight is upon us. We are in the Velociraptor zone, and the Velociraptors are very dangerous. They have a certain pattern that they always go through, and 1 hit in this instance will kill us because we only have 1 health. We need to be very careful because they are very quick. And going this way will ensure that we don't get killed here. We need to shoot them quite a lot and make sure that we don't touch them at all. We, of course, will get another try if we, actually... Oh, never mind! We have defeated the Velociraptors! That was a very close call, Dr. Grant. Time to go to level 2 of the 4th zone. And we still only have 1 heart. I get the feeling we might die here. But that's okay, because we only need to get 7 magnetic cards. And this is the final full level of the game. After this point, we'll be at the final boss, which, if you haven't guessed, is the Tyrannosaurus Rex itself. This time, we'll be fighting it, and it won't look anything like it did in the T-Rex pursuit levels. We're going to shoot that foe there, and hope that we get some medkits. I highly doubt that we will, so I'm basically shooting everywhere in the hopes that we don't get killed. Anything down here? There is a platform down here. I'm going to presume that we need to go down here. No enemies, which is encouraging. There is 1 magnetic card here. 1 down, 6 to go, and that enemy cannot path to us because there is a wall in the way. Hello, you! Goodbye, you! Unfortunately, you're going to reappear, so I think we might have to use our grenades this time around. Alright, grenade time, and that did not work. You're not very good at throwing those grenades. Let's try that again, Dr. Grant. You still have 7 lives. And I think this game actually has continues. I don't remember that, unfortunately. So we're going to move on and try again, and miss that platform for the 2nd time. You're just not that fast at getting them, Dr. Grant, but that's okay. You weren't good at jumping on the moving platforms in the movie either. I distinctly remember you saying, "Ugh, if it's not the dinosaurs, it's the moving platforms that always outsmart me." And then somebody else went, "Clever platform." And it was a clever platform. We're going to drop down here because we know there aren't any foes that will hurt us. 1 magnetic card down, 6 to go. And I imagine they're going to be in tricky locations. We're going to jump here, and we're going to start shooting pretty much immediately. That is much better. Shouldn't have relied on the grenades. The grenades are silly things. We'll just defeat you, and then we'll defeat you, and move on. 1 card right there. 5 more to go. Okay. Anything over here? Well, there's a small, flying dinosaur. Not a good place for a flying dinosaur to be. And there are more flying dinosaurs, and no spikes on the walls. I was expecting spikes on the walls, but no spikes. Run against the platform, Dr. Grant. Run as fast as you can. And now be very, very careful, because there are spikes beneath you. And somehow we managed to get through that without losing any health. Down we go. Actually, we can't see all the way down, so we're just going to have to make a leap of faith. Fortunately, I don't think the game has any bottomless pits, so we're just going to fall here. There is another platform. Curious. There is, yep, that is 1 more magnetic card. We need that. And we'll just wait for this platform. Thank you very much. Does it go down? It goes down. And it goes a long way down. We're probably going to have to go to that area to the right, as I imagine there is going to be another card there. Alright, careful jumping. Yes, indeed, there is another card. I wonder if you can survive falling down into those spikes. I don't want to find out. We'll defeat you again, and move on. There is the light. We are standing in it, and there is fire right next to us. And no more Velociraptors, which is handy. Alright, careful. We need to be very patient. We don't want to get hurt here. And we'll move on. Also, there are a lot of taps here. I wonder what those taps are for. We may never find out. After all, there's nobody here to ask. Okay, we jump onto this platform, and we move on. to this area, which has some of these platforms that work against us. Fortunately, it doesn't hamper our ability to jump, which I do appreciate. And we have made it. We've even made it onto this, which means there's this dinosaur here to defeat. And is there a key card here? There is! We only need 2 more now before we get to the exit. And there is one dinosaur there that tried to jump at us. Sneaky dinosaur. Not sneaky enough to outsmart Dr. Grant, the finest shooter in the whole of the franchise. 1 more card is required. Only 1. We need to be very careful. And jump here. Is there one over here? Yes, there is! This level is actually not that difficult. Not that difficult at all. Now, is there something to the left, or is it going to be to the right? If memory serves, there tends to be nothing over to the left, because the exits always seem to be to the right. Yep, there is nothing over to the left here. We're going to jump in the middle here, land on this platform, jump over here, and here is the exit of the level. Well done, Dr. Grant, but one more challenge lies ahead of you. The T-Rex zone. For here is the T-Rex, and we can only shoot it in the head, and it will try and bite Dr. Grant, but unfortunately it can't reach all the way down to the ground. More enemies will appear behind us, and we very quickly need to move, as the T-Rex will try and bite us. This is the final boss. The Velociraptor fight was actually more challenging. The boss fight in Zone 3 was more challenging. I have no idea why they made this the final boss, when the T-Rex here really isn't that difficult. We're probably not going to get hit, and me saying that means that we're going to get hit. I'm probably going to be a little bit careless and get hit once, but we're certainly not going to be hit 3 times, and definitely not 4. There is no time limit to this boss, it's just you very slowly taking your time shooting a T-Rex. Don't you remember this part from the movie? The part where Dr. Grant just unleashed countless amounts of bullets on a T-Rex? I mean, it didn't have a silly ending with Velociraptors or anything. And the T-Rex is down! Victory, Dr. Grant! Flawless victory. He finds the 1 helicopter remaining. Forgetting everyone else in the movie, he leaves because he's able to pilot a helicopter. And away Dr. Grant goes! He has escaped Jurassic Park. Whee! He said, as he victoriously flew away. And we never saw any of the other people in the movie ever again. Victory. The game, in fact, says that. Here it comes. Brilliant. You have escaped Jurassic Park. You have succeeded where others become dinner. But some dinosaurs survive, and only time will tell who rules the Earth. The end. And that is the whole of the game. Here are the credits. It is a short but very enjoyable platformer. Very well coded, and it has brilliant music, and is generally quite brilliant. The only downside is it's a little bit short, and it is rather easy. I had plenty of lives left over, even though I made some silly mistakes and lost some lives needlessly. The T-Rex pursuit levels are certainly ones that you could lose a fair few lives on if you weren't good at platforming, and also the Velociraptor level you do need to figure out the pattern that they take, but in general the bosses are easy. Thank you for playing! Thank you very much for existing, Jurassic Park 2 The Chaos Continues. Final score, 13,220. Not bad. And so, Dr. Grant continued to be the action hero that he was in this game in all of the other sequels. In The Lost World, Dr. Grant manned a Gatling gun and shot down hordes of Velociraptors as they approached. And in Jurassic Park 3, he donned his mecha suit and fought a T-Rex in mortal combat. And of course, in Jurassic World, we all know that Dr. Grant is in fact controlling the dinosaurs psychically, using his dino-psychic powers, and is making sure that there is peace maintained between humans and dinosaurs until the spacefaring dinosaurs from Brachia 4 appear and engage in laser warfare with Dr. Grant's dinosaurs. And so he must go on an epic journey through time to recover Excalibur, which of course was made by Velociraptors, and use that as the focal point for the biggest psychic battle in the universe. No? That wasn't what the franchise did? What did it do? What movies have I been watching? And so, if we press start, it does a return to the main screen. And so I'm Kikoskia, and that was Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues. A short, fun, and well-made game that, if you have a spare hour or so, I'd encourage that you find a copy and play it, because it's very enjoyable. And of course, it has Dr. Grant toting a automatic rifle and as many grenades as he can carry, just like he did in the movie. So I'll catch you next time, folks. For I'm Kikoskia, and that was Jurassic Park 2, The Chaos Continues. When we come back, something completely different. Jurassic Park 2, TH. I know that's meant to be an M, but it looks like a H. So I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. Go, Demo Dr. Grant! Go and complete that level! And you can platform quite competently, too. Excellent. Later.